Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morgan. I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle, so if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I upload twice a week and I would love to have you here. Today we're going through this mess of a makeup collection. You guys have asked for a makeup collection and I actually need to do a little bit of a declutter. I haven't done it in a while. One of the drawbacks of having acrylic storage is that it does get messy, so it's good to just take everything out. We're gonna Marie Kondo style this, take everything out. I've laid out a towel on the floor and we are going to sort through everything, and I'll show you how it looks at the end as well. I'm gonna go through every single makeup product, but I am gonna run through some of my favorites and what I use on a day-to-day basis, because I think that's a little more informative than just everything I have, because some things I've tried and I don't love as much. Some are tried and true tested products that I just continue buying, so I think those are the ones I want to recommend to you throughout this video. So I'll just start by removing everything and we'll just get on the floor and get sorted. So I thought I would show you a before. I have my makeup brushes up here with a few little hair things and bits and bobs. I've got like colored lipsticks that I don't use a lot here. I've got highlighters in this drawer. We have more highlighters in this drawer. My Stila glitter collection, glittery eyeshadows, more like base type of matte eyeshadows, eyeliners, eyeshadow palettes, and then setting sprays and brushes in here. This is my Ricky mirror. I absolutely love this. I'm going to link it below. It's such a great mirror. You can turn the light on and then it has like lighting settings. Sorry, I know I'm blinding you guys, but I just wanted to show you that. These are some lip products I enjoy using a lot. This is my messiest drawer because it's my like day-to-day makeup, and this is when I've got like foundation on my fingers, that's why. So I've got like my blushes and bronzers here, powders, foundations, and concealer. This is like brow products and mascara, cream products, which I don't use a lot of. These are lip balms and these are primers, and this is like my like little luxury section with my favorite luxury lipsticks and some other products that I just think are really pretty for display. I keep a trash can over here, most handy little thing just from IKEA. This is the IKEA Malm desk, I believe, and I put these black and white images, I ripped them out from magazines and I decoupage them on. This is my storage inside the drawer. I have reinforced the bottom of it because this drawer always like kind of sinks in the back. So these are like hair products, scrunchies, clips, and bobby pins. These are travel products, so I keep them in the back. These are duplicates. This is my little travel pouch as well. This is my brush, which needs to be cleaned out, and some other odds and ends. My little Moschino palette, which I don't think I've ever even used, maybe just once, and more replacement products like backups in the back. So yeah, this needs a little sort out too. Just gonna remove everything from all of these drawers and we will sort through it. So I've just got a basket here. I'm gonna put it on the floor and all of the products are gonna go in there and we're gonna sort through them that way. So I'm just gonna speed through this really quick.
Wasted in blue, I was out of use. Now every day, every night, every moment with you.
Everything is cleaned out and on the floor, so now I'm just gonna take some Clorox wipes and clean out the drawers. You can use Windex, any cleaning solution that you have. I like to do Clorox wipes because it also sanitizes them, so I'm just gonna get to it. Leave it here to just kind of dry before I put it back together. And I'm gonna pop down to the floor and Marie Kondo this makeup. About as good as it's gonna get with camera angle. I don't know how else to show the floor and myself. So I know this is a satisfying part, but let's just dump all of this out gently, very gently. pile of makeup that I own, and no one needs this much makeup. When I used to go out into the world more often, I love to change up my eye looks and do different things, but I reach for mostly the same products, so I don't need this much. We will see how much I can get rid of because I'm quite attached to it. So yeah, let's declutter. I'm going to put what I want to keep back in this basket so I can organize it when I put all the drawers back in order. I think I'll just speed through most of it, but I might talk through a few things and my essentials. Okay, so this plan isn't working to just look at each thing. I'm going to sort it by category quickly because I think that'll give me more an idea of what I have and what I can get rid of. Sorted out. For primers, my daily, I love the priming water because I'm lazy. I don't want to rub another product into my face. I just spritz this on, I do my brows while it's drying, and then I continue with my makeup. So this is my tried and true daily primer. So I'm going to give it a go, so I'm not going to get rid of it yet. I also like the Smashbox primer in the liquid that you can rub in, so since I have this sample, I'm going to use it up. I have some eyeshadow bases. Now the thing is I don't use eyeshadow base that often. I need to keep the glitter one because it does help with glitter, but I'm not sure on the other ones. I think I'll just keep these as well. My eyebrow products are pretty, you know, standard. I usually use the Glossier Boy Brow, but you can't get that here in Dubai. So for now I'm using precisely my brow pencil from Benefit, and then I top it off with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel to make sure they just stay. I don't use an eyelash curler, but I keep it because I know as soon as I get rid of it, I'm going to be like, oh, there's some hack or something that I need to use it for. So I'm just going to keep it. Then tweezers. And then I usually have two mascaras. This one I'm trying from IT Cosmetics. Fuller Lash is my favorite mascara. I'll link my favorite products down below in case you want to shop my daily essentials. For my foundations, Saint Laurent is my filming foundation. My favorite foundation is the Lancome foundation, but I'm currently out of it and I need to restock. But this one I love for days when I need to film or take a lot of photos because this is quite heavy and it gives a nice matte finish. If I wear this too many days in a row, I start breaking out, but I am going to keep it because I do use it. Saint Laurent All-in-One Glow is my favorite tinted moisturizer, so I'm also keeping that. Tarte Shape Tape, the only concealer I use. I absolutely love it. I am shade Fair Neutral for under my eyes and shade Light for my face. I like to have my under eyes a little bit brighter than the rest of my face. My friend turned me on to this. This is the Shiseido Spot Correcting Serum. So this is great when I'm filming and I remove my lipstick and I put a new one on. I can just clean up my lip line there. If your eyeliner is wonky or your lipstick is kind of out of the lines, this is so great for correcting that. Now I've been trying out this Ordinary foundation and I kind of hate it, so I think I'm going to pass it on. I just prefer something a little more full coverage and that stays longer. I find that this starts coming off in like 4 to 5 hours, so it's not for me. Then I have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Tint and then the Pat McGrath. So I mix these two together and it's a lovely finish. This, honestly, it's so expensive, but it's less coverage than I like to have for my foundation. But if I need to actually touch up my foundation, say I've worn it all day, like if I'm wearing another foundation and I'm going to go out at night, I can put this on top of, because I've powdered and set my day makeup right, I can actually put this on top, blend it in, repowder and set, and I'm good to go for the evening. And I want to wear it in the day, I mix them together. So these two I'm keeping. Don't necessarily know that I would repurchase this. It's not my favorite. I prefer the Lancome one. I'm narrowing down how many foundations I have open at once, so I don't think I'll repurchase this one. For powders, I use them all. These are all MAC powders in different weights. MAC powders for setting. These are the ones I take in my bag to just kind of pat down some oily spots throughout the day. I don't know how I have so many open, but it happens, so I'm just going to keep them all. They're all going to get used. And these are my powders that I use daily. If someone knows where I can get this Urban Decay Velvetizer powder, please let me know because I think they stopped making it, but I I think the marketing was wrong on this. They say you're supposed to mix it with your foundation, but I found I use this to set my nose for the day. It stays put. I use the Laura Mercier all over my face, but it's not enough to keep my nose makeup on all day. Here in Dubai it's super hot and it's really hard to get your makeup to stay all day, but the combination of these two works so perfectly. The only thing with this one is I avoid my under eyes or it gets too cakey, but this I put all over my face. These two are staying. They're essential powders for me. I have blushes and face kind of things. I've already kind of whittled this down recently. My bronzer, I use the Too Faced Mint Chocolate Soleil. I was keeping the chocolate one, but I just don't get dark enough even when I tan, so I think this one has got to go. Plus it's very old. I believe this is the old packaging. I also have the Marc Jacobs bronzer. I think I'm going to let this one go. It is also very expired. I'm excited to get this bronzer, but I am so freaking pale. This looks orange on me, so this one unfortunately has to go. So then we have my Hourglass face palette. I use this every day. It's great for pale skin. These two blushes mixed together are amazing, and then I just top off the edges to blend it out with a lighter blush. I also love this highlighter for a little bit more of a natural glow. It's not like too over the top. Hello. Are you helping? So this is definitely staying. It's an essential for me, especially if you're pale like me. This is a great color. This was a limited edition. I have a very old blush that I don't really use, but I just kind of keep back there for memories. I probably should get rid of it, but I'm keeping it because I want to get a new one in the same color. I've just got to search for it. I need to bring it to like a Sephora and swatch other blushes. So I'm keeping it for that reason. And then the other blush that I use, NARS, I think they call it the NARS O over here, but it's a NARS Orgasm in the US. Mine's from the US. It's clearly broken and well loved. It's probably almost time to get a new one of this too, but I'm not quite to the 24 months of expiry yet. Now we have some highlighters. I've already kind of gone through my highlighters recently, but I think I can be more ruthless. I just like literally never use this, and this is so far past expiry. I think I'll swatch my highlighters and decide on them because that's the only way I can tell with a highlighter. They look so different on. Such a nice mix of these highlighters. It's so hard to decide. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this palette. I can probably sanitize this and give it to a friend who would like it, but because I haven't had it open that long, and you know what? I'm just not going to use this all up myself, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Sorry, I just realized the camera kind of fell a little bit. So next I have the cream products. I'm not a cream product girl. I keep them for the beach, that's it. So I will keep this little bronzer thing because it's great for beach season and that's coming up. I think for the blush I'm just going to keep this stick because I just don't need two and they are essentially the same color. So I'm just going to keep this and let this one go. It's very expired, so it's time to let it go. Now I'm going to go through my eyeliners. My favorite colorful eyeliners are from ColourPop. I show them on my stories all the time. I'm actually running out of a lot of colors, so these are all staying, but I usually have more colors. I have my new set of them sitting at my mom's house in the US. I usually get all of my makeup from the US because it's so much cheaper, especially when Sephora has their like 20% off, or like even ColourPop when they have a sale. That's usually when I order it in order to her house. So those are sitting there. So all of these are staying until I use them up. I also have my Marc Jacobs ones. I need to just swatch some of these and make sure they're not dried out because I have had some for a little while. Okay, so let me just go get a makeup wipe. Now, I don't believe in using makeup wipes on your face, but in between when I'm doing lipstick changes for batch filming days for video, I keep them around. And I keep them around for this reason too, because sometimes I like to swatch my makeup before I put it on so I can just make sure colors match, because I like to mix and match between palettes. I keep the simple ones around basically for this purpose and for like switching lipsticks, but I don't recommend makeup wipes for washing your face. You should have a cleanser or a double cleanse. If I'm gonna have a lazy day where I don't wanna do the whole double cleanse, I use a micellar water and then just splash a little water on my face. But typically my night routine to remove makeup is a double cleanse. show you my favorite black liner. I like twist up pencils. Your one is actually from the drugstore. This is the Rimmel London Exaggerate. Actually one of the blackest eyeliners I have, and I really love this. It sits really nicely in my waterline and it's super affordable. So I think next we're gonna do eyeshadow palettes. I did go through these recently and I got rid of some, but I need to go through a few more because I still just have far too many for my needs. Open them all up. Okay, so here are all my eyeshadow palettes. I think this one might be a shock, but I think I'm gonna get rid of the Moschino Sephora one. It was so hard for me to get my hands on this, but I literally never use it and it's too bulky and takes up so much room. I keep this little guy as like a display item, so I don't need the palette also. Such a waste. It's so cute. I wish I could kind of fit it in. Maybe I'll put it aside and see if I can make it like a decor item, but I just don't reach for the colors. But I think it's also time to get rid of this Natasha Denona one. It's broken, it's also very old, and oh, it has a 6-month expiry. I think it's like 2 years old, so time to get rid of that one. But I do have a new one and I will be keeping this, but I want to have them all out until I decide 100% on everything. Yeah, oh, I love these BH Cosmetic glitters. Yeah, these are really great. I need to keep it. I need to dive into this palette more. It's so good. This is one that I'm kind of debating because I've been keeping it for this blue color, which is really pretty. And I don't have anything else like it, but I don't reach for this palette like at all. I am going to get rid of this Carly Bible palette. I never reach for it. The neutrals are too warm in here for me, and the glitters that I love, I have enough things that are very similar that I think I can get rid of this. I feel like I shouldn't keep this just for one color. I have enough glitters in here. I think we'll let this little donut palette go. Now my beauty blender needs to be washed and sanitized because my dog just ran off with it. But I'll be honest, I really prefer the Real Techniques beauty sponge over the actual beauty blender, but I'm going to use it until it like falls apart because I'm not going to waste it. You're very bad. You're very, very bad. So bad. Okay, I think this is what I'm going to be keeping. My more everyday ones that I use a lot are the Huda Nude and the Nude Light. I bought this one for travel and this one I use at home, but this has different shades, so I actually kind of use them in combination sometimes. But these are probably my most used palettes, along with the retrograde palette. So these are all staying. I never thought I would be a huge Huda makeup fan because honestly, when her first eyeshadow palette came out, it was far darker than what I liked to, excuse me, it's far darker than what I liked to use on a day-to-day basis for my skin tone. So it took until she came out with some lighter color palettes for me to get into her, but I really do love her formula. Her makeup is really great. We have all of the single eyeshadows. I'm going to split this into two categories because one is for glitters. I have a Stila Glitter Obsession. Now the only problem is they dry out a bit fast. So I'm actually going to check all of them and make sure that they're fine and not dried out. Also put the other liquids over here. And then we can kind of go through these. I don't really use single shadows a lot. I tend to use palettes more. I've stopped buying single shadows unless they're like these little triplets. These are great to travel with. But I probably could get rid of some of these now. I'll say my perfect crease shade is this MAC single. It's the color Malt. It's a matte color. It's honestly, if you're pale like me and you need a good transition shade for the crease that's very close to the skin tone but just gives like a kiss of color, this is such a great shade. It's one of my favorites, so I am keeping that for sure. I feel like I should swatch some of these glitters because I know that I probably have more than I need over here. So yeah, I think I'm going to swatch these and figure out what I'm going to keep. I found some more loose glitter, which, oh geez, that one just exploded on me. So I'm going to keep all of these because I keep them for like Halloween or like fun makeup or something like that because glitter really doesn't expire. Or at least that's what I believe. so I think I did pretty good with the eyeshadows. This is all I'm keeping for my single eyeshadows. I'll just swatch through all of these. One's dried out. It says they're good for 12 months, but I found you don't get 12 months once you open them. So I just swatched those for no reason. They were all fine except for the little travel one. So I'm keeping all of them. They're fantastic. Stila glitters are some of my favorite products. I would keep less of them open as I finish these. I'll only have maybe 3 to 4 rather than a full collection, because I find that once you get towards the bottom, they just dry out too fast. Let's go through the lippies. This is going to be the hardest one. I love my lippies. I'm obsessed with them. I'll show you a couple of my favorites, but for the most part, I'm just going to speed through this. This is my absolute favorite. This is my Saint Laurent. It's like it almost looks like a tint to your lips, but it's really, really nice and light. This is like a rosy color. It's in shade 11. Love this. I think, yeah, that one is expired. These are also my favorite. These little Tarte. Oh my god, I love them. They're just a tinted lip balm. They just feel really good. My favorite is color Nude, but it really looks like kind of a light berry color, so it just kind of enhances your natural lip color. It's really pretty. Chanel is one of my favorite just like classic lipsticks, not like liquid lip or lip gloss, but just like their classic lipsticks. I really love the shades. I have 2 shades, 424 and 426. Those are my favorites. And I think the packaging is just really beautiful too. These are my favorite liquid lipsticks, so the Stila. My favorite color is Caro. That's my like day-to-day pink liquid lipstick. Just realized I had the fan on for this whole thing. Oh my god, the audio is gonna be so bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, I've actually decided that I'm keeping the rest of my lippies. I only got rid of a couple that were expired. I'm just not gonna buy as many going forward. So here's the thing with brushes. Brushes, I use about 4 face brushes every single day. I use this powder brush from Real Techniques. This is my bronzing brush. It's from, I think the brand is Unicorn Brushes. They're super cute. I'll link them below. And then I also use this for my blush brush. And then I use this Real Techniques angled brush for my highlighter when I use highlighter. Hi, honey. But honestly, all the rest of them I don't use on a day-to-day basis. Find that a beauty sponge plus these 4 brushes can do my entire face, and that's all I need. I don't want to get rid of all of the brushes, but some of them I think I'm going to put in the drawers for storage and just keep my essential brushes up top. Sometimes I do use this sometimes to wipe off product that falls under my eye. Then I'm going to put my eyeshadow brushes I use every day in here too. I had them in a drawer. I don't need this many. I do use more eyeshadow brushes when I do a look, because rather than having to clean the brush between colors, I'd rather just use a different brush. So I am going to keep more of those, but I think I'll just weed through quickly and see if there are any that can go in this pile. Okay, so that is a lot cleaner. These are my day-to-day brushes, and I don't mind having more eyeshadow brushes up here, but at least now when I go to clean my brushes, when I clean them, I clean like all of them, and I'm not using them. So now if I pull one out of the drawer, I can put it in this cup, and I know when I go to clean them, I can clean them all together, and they're all actually dirty brushes, versus trying to figure out which ones I used and which ones I haven't. So brushes are done. These are gonna go into storage once I go through the boxes, which we've gone through my makeup. Meatball is not having it. He's just done with this. I'm not gonna get this done alone anymore, so I'm gonna go through now these boxes. All of my hair products are fine. I store my hair tools in another shelf in a big basket, and that has worked much better. I used to put them in the drawer, but they just got so messy. I like them better in the basket. No, you're not eating that again. Trying to eat the other beauty blender. This is just another little box, so I've divided this up because it fit perfectly. I put my bobby pins here and like hair clips and other things here. This is like the weirdest little miscellaneous drawer. I also have this one, which I need to put these, just put those back inside because this one actually goes in the thing too. So I think in this one I'm going to keep my little bits and pieces to my mirror. So now they're all just together in that one. There's a lot less stuff in there. I managed to fit everything into this little container. It just keeps the small bits easier. This used to be a body scrub container. Most of my in-drawer organizers, I use old packaging and repurpose it for organizing. So yeah, this is perfect now. This is a really cool thing I got at TJ Maxx. You can clean your brushes if you want to switch colors. It's not a substitute for like cleaning your brushes, but if you just want to switch colors, this is so great. I think now we will just put it all back together. It's literally become dark outside, so I hope the lighting is still fine in this video. I don't want to keep this till tomorrow. Well, I can't because I can't keep everything out or the dog is going to eat it, which he's trying to do now. Sorry about the fan earlier. I realized halfway through decluttering that the fan was still on. I usually turn off when I'm filming, so I really apologize if the sound wasn't great in the beginning. I'm just gonna speed through putting everything away and organizing because I'm gonna show you the after when I finish.
You if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby. Baby. Baby.
Finally done. I'm gonna get into each drawer and how it's organized. So over here we have what I am getting rid of. Not much, but some things I can sterilize and give to friends. Here we have my like fancy makeup that looks pretty or my favorite lipsticks. Start with primer sprays, then setting sprays, brow and lash products, lip moisturizers and like glitters I never use. Then we have here, like this will be foundations and concealers. I put a few foundations up here, but usually I have a few more, so once I get them, I'm out of them right now, they'll be in the drawer as well. Powders, loose powders, pressed powders, and like bronzer, blush, face palette. Now it was cleaner, but it's been a few days, so I've used it and you can already see there's some finger marks on there. We have my other lipstick, my mirror here, which I love. It has so many settings, which I showed you before. I won't blind you again. Over here at the top, I have just the brushes that I really use. I put everything else in the storage drawer, which I'll show you. We have a candle and some hair products I use daily. It's just another hair product that I thought the bottle looked pretty, and this little Moschino Sephora collaboration like lip gloss necklace, but I just use it as a display item. These are lipsticks in colors I don't wear often, so reds, shimmery colors, funky colors. They're just up here. All of my highlighters are here. My Stila glitter collection, which I just love. Then we have little samples to try, cream products, because I don't really use a lot of cream products, so it would just need half a drawer. We come down to my eyeliners. I've got the colors on one side and like the blacks and neutrals on the other side. I really need to restock on some of my ColourPop colored liners. I'm out of a lot of colors. Then I have an eyeshadow palette here with some glitters in the back and some eyeshadow primer. Then we have single shadows and like a couple of small palettes here. Then these are my like neutral palettes, the palettes I use more day to day. We have some bright palettes here, some neons. This one's like quite colorful as well, and I just love it. It's super fun. And then we have more colorful palettes. And then I had a big empty drawer, so I decided to put my scrunchies here. I've been loving scrunchies, especially these big oversized ones. So they are now in here is this side of the organization. I have my mom got me this really cute little pillow wake up and makeup, so that's just been in my little chair. It makes it more comfortable. And if we come down here, I have just hair products. This is the magnifying mirror to go on my mirror up there. We have hair clips and bobby pins and hair ribbons. Back here we have more bits and pieces to my mirror. Then some makeup wipes, which I do not use to remove my makeup. I use them when I'm like changing lipsticks in between filming, because I batch film a lot of my videos, so that helps me just change my lipstick quickly. Little essentials, my hairbrush. These are my travel products back here, because the drawer, this is as far as it opens. I have to remove the box to really get to the back. Then I have like stock products, which I haven't like opened yet, that I already have open up like here or something. And in the back are my brushes. That is it, and I hope you enjoyed my makeup collection, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!